the all IRIX guy here, and I wanted to answer a question in a greater amount of depth that one of the viewers asked. And thank you for the question, because that's why I'm here on IRIX Guy's Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IRIX Guy, where you're watching this video. And it's a Sonos related question. And by the way, if you're new to the Sonos ecosystem, welcome aboard. You can see here I've got a Sonos left and right, and then down in the floor I've got a Sonos Sub Mini. So you can find all the Sonos equipment like I use, expand this video's description, and then click the links there. So thanks in advance for considering to shop my links for all of your Sonos gear. But I've been using Sonos for many years, and for me, well, I understand the ecosystem now. I've got Sonos on my computer, which a lot of people don't consider Sonos for computers, and if they don't, they're definitely missing out. So this video is going to be centered around setting up Sonos speakers for a computer. In my case, right here, I'm using a Mac Mini, but this could be applicable for a Windows computer, a Linux computer, which I would give you big thumbs up if you use Linux, but I'm just using Mac OS on a Mac Mini. I mean, I'm a Unix guy. I gotta have my Unix, and I cannot stand Windows, but you may use Windows. So with that being said, how does this Sonos setup work for a computer? Well, actually it's quite simple, yet confusing, and that's illustrated by the quantity of questions that I've received, which I appreciate those questions, but I'm going to explain within this video in simplistic terminology how it works. So if you're an old school audio person, you know, maybe you were back in the day and you were rigging up subwoofers and all kinds of fancy speakers in your car, so you had the bass and this, that, and the other. That's a different mindset. You know, you had in the trunk, you had the subwoofer, and then you had amplifier, physical cables going everywhere. That was pre-MP3. That was, you know, you had a cassette tape, or you had a CD, compact disc, if you were really fancy. But speakers of the past and speakers of the day, especially in regards to Sonos, which we're going to talk about within this video, completely different school of thought. So here you can see I've got a Sonos. These are Era 100s, and I've linked them within this video's description. You could do a single speaker, but I would recommend at least two, because you're getting, in my case on my computer, I'm getting the right channel audio out of that Sonos, and then this Sonos on the left is the left, so it's a stereo pair, stereo speakers left and right. And then down in the floor, and you don't have to do this, but I've added a Sonos Sub Mini. You could also add a Sonos Sub, which is physically larger. So how do all of these connect? Well, that's the beauty of Sonos. Sonos utilizes the Sonos app, and this is centered around using Sonos speakers for a computer, which I highly recommend if you're not already doing it. But what you do within the Sonos app, when you unbox your brand new Sonos speakers, you go into the Sonos app, and it's highly intuitive, and you create what's called a speaker pair. So within the Sonos app, the right speaker and the left speaker are connected. They're not physically connected, but they're app connected, so they behave as if they were physically connected to one another. So that's your left speaker and your right speaker. Completely optional, but for that Sonos speaker pair, you could choose to add a Sonos Sub Mini, like I did, or a Sonos Sub, which is the physically larger sub. So in that scenario, you've got your Sonos speaker pair, left and right, but then you've also added the subwoofer for the enhanced bass. So that's three physical speakers, but within the Sonos app, it refers to it as you know, one speaker group, and you can name your groups accordingly. And I'm not going to say the group name that I used, but for this computer, I've got a group name within Sonos app, so I know it's this Mac Mini computer. I've got speaker groups for all my TVs. I've got sound bars. Subscribe, check out all of my Sonos videos. I've got a variety of Sonos sound bars, subwoofers, and speakers. Great audio experience. If you want the best audio and you want the simplification of being able to set everything up and update, they are good about releasing firmware updates, etc. And just in a very intuitive, thought-free experience, Sonos is the way to go. It's easy to manage. The initial setup is easy. But in your case, you're trying to connect Sonos speakers to a computer, and you're like, man, where do I connect these cables? Well, this is what makes it really simple, and I hope I explain this properly. So once you've created your Sonos pair within the Sonos app, with or without the subwoofer, doesn't matter. Once you've created that pair, then all in essence you're doing, and I've linked this cable within this video's description as well as the speakers and the subwoofer, but then you've got an option. So you can physically connect one of these two Sonos speakers that have been paired in the Sonos app. Doesn't matter which of the two, but you can physically connect using that cable, physically run a cable from one of these two Sonos speakers into your computer. Whether you're using a Mac Mini, a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air, a Windows PC, your custom-built Linux rig, whatever it is, you can choose to physically tether that to one of those two Sonos speakers. Or if you don't want to physically tether those Sonos speakers, again, you can use what's called Bluetooth. So you could wirelessly tether one of the two Sonos speakers using Bluetooth to your computer. So that's your connection between the computer to the Sonos group of speakers. Again, it's either two Sonos speakers left and right, or it's two Sonos speakers plus a sub. That's however you configured it within the app. And if you added two Sonos speakers and you're like, man, I want some more bass for my video gaming, and you did that, then you could always add a sub in the future. That's the beauty of the Sonos ecosystem. It's easy to expand when budget or need arises. So if you think of it from that perspective, you've got the Sonos app, you've set up all your new Sonos speakers within the Sonos app. They're part of a Sonos group within the Sonos app. So that is just one piece. And you're pairing that one piece either by the physical cable between one of the two speakers and your computer, or a Bluetooth connection from one of the two speakers to your computer. Because the computer is seeing what was created within the Sonos app, which is a sound output. It's got left and right audio in this case, plus subwoofer. So if you think of it from that perspective, it's very simplified, because obviously you're asking this question, you are ready to upgrade your computer audio experience, and you found one of my videos and you're wanting to do it, but you're like, man, this doesn't make sense. Maybe you're an old school audio dude or gal, whatever, and you haven't had experience until you've had hands-on experience with how awesome the Sonos ecosystem is. Those are questions you would have. But just think of it, buy the new speakers. Again, expand this video's description, click the links there, add a sub if you want to. You don't have to, but you could always add a sub in the future. It's easy to add that sub 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road, whatever the time frame may be. And then once you've added all of that within the Sonos app, boom, there's your computer audio that you will then connect using physical cable or Bluetooth wireless connection. So I hope this makes sense. If it does, like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring that bell to be notified whenever I post another video. And if you're shopping for Sonos, please, please, please. And if it's not just Sonos computer speakers, maybe you're like, man, my home entertainment system is awful. I need better audio. I've linked all of that within this video's subscription. If you got questions, comment below, and I'll try to respond within upcoming videos. And so and you can track back and look at my older Sonos videos, I've been using Sonos for many, many years, and it's just an awesome experience. I've continued to expand my Sonos footprint. And again, the computer use case for Sonos speakers is something a lot of people don't think about, but using a Sonos setup for a computer, it just takes the audio quality from decent to exceptional. So I'm not, at the time of filming this, I'm personally curious why Sonos does not seem to advertise using their speakers for computers. I don't know why they don't. It seems like an oversight for me from a sales perspective. But if you know, comment below and tell me why. And again, be sure to subscribe, ring that bell, and check out all my videos. If you got questions, comment below, and I'll try to post future videos to answer your question or questions. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Irix Guy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.